Welcome back to Spark the Erotic Jester 3. We're going to the Endless Hall.
Let's go. The Endless Hall, that's what I...
Unnecessary eroticism. You know what my favorite things on Earth are? Sex and violence. Not necessarily in that order.
Cool.
And you know, because we're in the Endless Hall, which is what I called your mother last night, Max, she got real mad at me.
Damn.
Yeah, what? Are you telling me we're tunnel buddies? Is that what it is?
Yes.
I have no idea what you...
What?
Ow. Lasers.
Alonzo got it.
Exactly.
Sorry, my brain is fucking...
Your
Exactly.
butt.
working.
I don't know. I feel like we're wiener cousins.
Exactly.
When your cousin.
Brain hurty right now.
I will say, I know it's not the focus, but the hits don't feel super heavy in this.
Yeah.
They feel more like soft swipes, and that
I mean,
that's
they
just something
kind of
for.
I mean,
Yeah,
Like,
that-
it's satisfying when you get the multi-hits, but I think
think it's more
good at the-
satisfying to play. Yeah. It's more satisfying when you're playing it rather than viewing it. That's just something for me. I like my big beefy hits, and that's probably just because I played a lot of games like Ultra Kill and Devil May Cry 5, where the big hits that you do feel really heavy, like just parrying a shotgun shell in Ultra Kill is one of the most satisfying things you'll ever do in a video game. I am
It's
terrified.
the right one.
Look at me, I'm actually I've been keeping my video.
You missed the call it on purpose, you asshole.
Yes, I'm gonna keep doing that.
Alonso,
Oop.
Alonso,
Second one,
I'm not feeling your
Hey,
sass right now.
we found the right one.
Honestly, I don't appreciate you. If my wiener cousin's gonna act like this, I don't know if I'm gonna.
Ow.
I didn't have to say it
Oh,
like
fuck.
your cousin.
But I still have cloud.
What?
I gotta buy that. Okay, those
What
I
the
just,
fuck?
I just
You can
ran
just
too fast.
avoid.
you just run on the edge.
Yeah. I just,
Oh, of
I
course,
just
they
ran
put
too
one
fast.
at the very end. This reminds me of Mega Man Zero a lot. That little pole that you gotta beat up. I don't know if anyone here who's actually played that series. It's very hard.
Oh, incredibly. I
The
never
last
beat
time
past
that
the
I watched
second
somebody beat
stage.
up a pole, I had to pay him like $1 for every other minute that they were up there beating that pole up.
Him.
That's all I'm saying.
What? Excuse me?
I never beat the second stage of, what was it?
You forgot you had that, didn't you? Because I did.
Yeah, no, I'm forgetting my
Wait,
abilities
did you say Mega
constantly.
Man X or Mega Man Z?
Mega Man Zero. Specifically
but-
Zero One.
That one was hard as hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think, what was it? The third one,
He got
Oh.
hit by the DMC wall that prevents you from
Oh yeah, by the way,
progressing.
there's these mage guys that are doing like AoE attacks. Well,
What assholes?
I know, right?
I played what I think was Mega Man 8.
Was it 3D?
At
Oh,
Fanime,
wait.
and I was not good at it.
It's because Mega Man 8's not good.
At least a few of the Mega Man
I don't remember
games
which one
are
it was.
on
It was
sale
one
right now.
that got re-released on the PS2.
Really?
Yes.
Was it 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional?
It was 2D.
How the fuck
2D
you get Diamond
side-scrolling
Sword,
was
whatever?
probably released on the PS1 originally, re-released on the
Oh,
PS2.
okay, that's either
Compilation
X4 or 5, I think.
No,
Four
Could be
through
nine.
6.
Actually,
Man
Blue
X game.
Fiesta reminds me that
Mega
there's
Man
an
X 4
ability I
through
really
6,
like that I have not
probably.
bothered picking up.
I don't remember specifically. I remember,
Did you play a Zero?
Let's grab.
no, you played as regular-ass Mega Man.
it's probably, it could be Mega Man 9. Or-
No, it wasn't.
not 9.
If it was purely
Also,
2D sprite
apparently,
based,
float
then
is
it was.
1 bit. Not sure what you want to do with this chick, but she's red to help you out, so go for it, I guess. Okay.
Oh yeah, Flip.
Okay, so that's the chick we seen earlier that was
Yeah, what are
bothering
those?
us.
She's used for clipping.
So does she just have a completely different like play style, I suppose?
I guess I didn't go
Kids are
into
calling
her
it
very much,
nowadays
if at all.
flipping.
But
Whenever I was younger, it was called edging, but
No, she can flip through objects.
I do like that you can just
yeah, it
quickly
does
swap
feel-
to a different
feel nice.
character.
So those are the balloons of the Balloon Fiesta. Good to have them.
She looks kind of cool from the back. I do like the fingerless
just
gloves are cheating because they're just peak character design.
I don't like the.
I'm angry with you right now, Tommy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Why?
Preconceived.
Why is she designed like fucking? It literally looks like two balloons were strapped to her chest.
I think that might be the joke.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Because when you think of when you look at Rouge's design from SA2, you're like, what the fuck were they smoking?
Well, yeah, probably that.
Let's get an expert on that matter. Alonso, what were they smoking?
Crack.
They were well.
Good. Yeah, that I'll accept that answer.
Speaking of which, when it comes to Rouge the Bat, would you though?
Yes.
It's a very interesting question.
Like what? Like
Would
do
you
craft
fuck
work?
that?
The answer is yes. And Max, if you say no, you're lying.
Shut up, Anthony.
I'm not. I won't. You can't. You silence me, but you can't silence the truth, Max. And the truth is, you fuck Rouge the Bat.
Yeah, but would you?
Yes. What the fuck?
Okay.
Who says that?
Bold
You
moralist
cast
trying to make the bat
I mean-
not sexy.
Or how the fuck it goes? No, it's
I-
like he who's without sin cast the stone. Damn it! Fuck.
Max, you're very full of sin. You can't.
You
cast
should
any
should read up on your Bible verses.
Jewish.
Is there a book where those are?
Nah.
I don't know. It's like the thesaurus or some shit. I don't read.
You're right. You're right.
Guinness Book of World Records.
I'm too much of a
Guinness Book of World Records.
Christian to read the Bible.
That's my favorite book of the Bible.
Oh, you have a sword. That's cool.
also have
Didn't you
no-
invent the Bible or some shit? I don't know. I'm not up to
No,
date on this
okay,
on the
so
latest
the
season of
Jude of Arc.
Christianity.
This is okay for anyone watching. I'm Jewish, but like in the really non-committal way. So do not take anything I say as hard fact. So my understanding. Yeah, it's very soft fact, very flaccid. Excuse me. The short version is Judaism mostly really focuses on the Old Testament. You know, all the
Yeah.
stuff from before Jesus got nailed to a cross. Because his dad.
They don't
was a
believe in
Jew.
hell.
Yeah, but like it's the
Hell's in
Old
the
Testament,
Bible.
but with like a ton of shit written in the margins. Most of it being God in heaven. Were they drunk when they wrote this?
Okay, so this is a boss that is really cool. If you have played Spark 1 or 2, I have not. So you know, here we are.
I would love to continue talking about the Bible.
Remember this
because
guy?
it's very fun.
From those,
We've seen
from
this
those cutscenes?
from the TVs, yeah.
That's double because
guy.
of his 2 swords.
Oh boy.
and-
I wanted to point out that you did indeed cancel into a different character.
Yes.
And that's really cool.
Yep.
And that immediately makes me want to play this a lot more. How the fuck do you avoid all of this shit?
Huh? Well, that was just a chum. Oh,
Also,
good morning, different boss battle.
What the fuck? Is that General?
That made
Oh, no,
my brain
it's-
hurt.
Okay, can I just say that I love the graphics on the ground?
This is dope.
Yeah, the low.
I love I
Okay.
love low poly aesthetics. Like a lot. Like all the like low resolution artwork and sprites and stuff like that. I don't know why. I think it's because I grew up with like a PS1 and the DS and all that.
For me, it was the DS. Never had a PS1. Had a PS3 though.
I grew up really poor, so I had like a lot of shit that was just hand-me-downs.
I
So like,
grew up very middle class.
Oh, we got lyrics.
oh yo lyrics, what the fuck? Let's go! Best game. It has fucking lyrics that come in when you're beating
And I'm
the
about
ass
to
of the dude.
they gave me help.
That's so cool. But yeah, like I grew up like with hand-me-downs from my parents, and no internet connections for the most part. Like no outside world interactions either, because I was homeschooled like a pleb. So like a lot of like shit for me was weirdly like 80s and 90s when I was a kid. So like I had a VHS player with that's where I got most of my movies. Fucking Alonzo, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you remember our grandmother had that wall of just like hundreds of VHSs?
Yes, they are now DVDs.
They're not really. That's first of all,
Yes.
I'm surprised the wall is still there. Second of all,
Yes. Do you not remember the entire fucking add-on that your dad built onto the side of the house?
yeah, I do. That was
The room
that was someone's room for a while. We played a lot of Halo in that room. A lot of Halo. You have not lived until you've played Halo
Yeah,
on a
by
like.
the way, nice car.
You have not played until you've played Halo 3 on a not just a CRT, but a CRT that's like the size that it goes up to the ceiling.
Oof.
That thing was a fucking
Where you can split
massive.
screen and you can see everything.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
We
I
played
know
we
exactly
played 4-player
what you're talking
multiplayer
about.
online. It was
was,
fucking amazing,
That sounds great.
and that bitch was heavy as shit.
Yeah, it was.
Oh
like
yeah, those
300
things weigh
pounds.
like what is it, 600?
Oh, dude, I don't know how the hell we even acquired that thing. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Because of that, like a lot of the shit that I had was like I got my parents' old Super Nintendo and like a Nintendo 64 and like a PS1, and like I just played a lot of Super Nintendo games growing up. The first console I think that was somewhat modern that I ever owned was I think the GBA, and most of the games on the GBA when it came out were Super Nintendo ports.
Exactly.
Oh right, like Super Mario
Well-
Advanced, whatever.
Oh yeah, I had all those.
I can't believe that Nintendo added those to Nintendo Switch Online. It's like,
We ended
think
up
about the
with
roster
a-
of games you have and you decide to premiere a fucking rerun.
We
Yeah.
ended up with an N64 whenever it first came out, because of the fact that your dad and then my mom's ex-husband were both gamers at the time,
Yeah.
and
sorry
they
to hear.
loved Zelda.
Oh,
And
they
that's
did.
why-
100%.
And that's why Ocarina of Time was the first fucking video game I think I ever played, like all the way through.
Yeah.
Damn.
I remember.
Only because we had to read.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! What is this level just opened up for no reason?
No, I went back in.
What?
We are now
We're
in
in a-
airplane.
Yeah, we're in an airplane. Max.
Oh yeah,
you
by the
like
way, new
aeroplanes?
mechanic. Those.
I had some time as an aviation nerd.
Is it one of those like?
I
Like,
like-
I know every World War II plane by heart. Also, here's how the Nazis could have won World War II.
No. I'm not one of those
Wow.
Hearts of Iron
That
4.
is-
I'm not a Hearts of Iron 4 player.
Okay.
Oh,
what
this
I
looks
am
difficult.
is I look at like all the weird shit that the Soviets and the United States built during the Cold War. That's the aviation shit I'm interested in. Really weird shit.
I know that the term aviation doesn't mean anything outside of the the study of like planes and shit. But
mean, it's a
for
drink.
whatever reason, aviation sounds dirty.
But, I mean, it has
Better
the
watch out
Asian.
for your aviation, or I'm gonna come take it.
Are you aviating
I
right
mean,
now?
it sounds. It sounds
I'll
like
aviate you.
it sounds like bird masturbation.
You know what it does?
kinda
That's
does.
exactly
like,
what it
like
sounds
Falco
like.
jacking himself off. Tommy, put it on screen.
Make sure you add sound.
So,
Please?
make it very like definitely go hard on the sound. As Falco is.
Hands off my bread.
All right, here's a stage. So we talk about how Spark has a bunch of original concepts that have never been done before. And this is another one of those. We have to get to the top of the rocket before the timer runs out. Never seen this before in a Sonic game. Don't at me.
This looks like it's obviously Metal Harbor, but it looks like a mix of what you call it, Planet Wisp and the Metal Harbor concept, and also the end of Metal Harbor as a stage concept. I actually think is great. That's beautiful. I can't play Metal Harbor anymore without doing this, trying to do the skip, if you know what I'm talking about.
Where you just
where you
jump
just
straight to the end of the rocket.
jump through the fucking floor. And I'm so bad at it. You know what, Tommy? That was really cool.
Thank you.
I love this shit. I love when you could just be like, nah, fam, I don't even want to. I'm just
I
gonna
don't
go
know if
this
you've
way
noticed
instead.
what I have been doing a lot. Like, if I get a lot of speed from the light dashes, I will avoid going through speed boosters because they slow me down. Speaking of which, let me hit that speed booster. Okay.
All right, Ron.
I actually really like that. You were talking about that new mechanic that just appeared. It kind of addresses the issue that I was talking about before with the homing attack chains, because now they're they're not enemies; they're their own mechanic, and they send you in a direction. So now it's still technically like a platforming challenge. You got to aim a little bit, and I think that actually not entirely gets rid of the issues I have with it, because it's still a little bit hard to design for. It's kind of like a one and done type of thing before it gets old.
I mean, those little doodads are going to show up in a couple levels in the rest of the game. We just okay.
That was really cool. But yeah, that kind of addresses the issue. I've dabbled with like what I would do if I was designing a Sonic game, which I absolutely would never do that.
If I were designing a 3D Sonic game, I would just not include any of like the 2D
No Sonic,
platforming
no
segments
speed, no
at all.
platforming, no platforms,
Of
no
course.
springs.
No
Just make a
springs.
Sonic puzzle game.
Just empty space.
One of the go ahead.
Jump.
Sorry, I sounded like I was
I
hacking.
like
on
Sonic Pinball is better than it had. Like, as a pinball game, it was a good pinball game.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Oh yeah, by the way, this is where we introduce Spark can suffocate. Not in water, in space.
Lovely.
Well, yeah.
And of course,
no air in
you know
space.
what low
And you
gravity
actually
means?
don't.
Being
You
able
actually
to skip
don't
random
suffocate
parts of the
in
level.
space. It's actually worse.
I
It's called explosive
fucking-
decompression.
Thank you, Max.
What the fuck is that level called? Cosmic Wall or some shit in Sonic
Cosmic
Adventure
Fall.
2?
Oh, yeah!
Not Cosmic Fall. That one's from Shadow the Hedgehog. The Eggman stage, where in space and he just has a fucking wildly overpowered jump for that one stage for no reason.
I cannot remember.
It's I can't remember what it's called. It's the best mech stage in that game. Just because it's got a lot more freedom than the other ones.
Okay, hopefully.
All I was gonna say is I've dabbled in like what I would do to try to fix the homing attack problem, and one of the solutions that I came up with at the time. Oh, what? Really? You can't?
No,
Oh,
that
please.
was- I can. Okay. Wait, we're here. Oh wait,
Yo!
wait. Other problem. I'm about to suffocate.
Woo!
Okay, that was.
Yo, that was cool. Anyway, one of the ways that I thought about solving it back when I was working on just a concept for that was making it to where you have like whenever you hit the enemy during the homing attack, normally it'll just make you stop your momentum, but if you hit the jump button again the moment you hit them, kind of like a just frame in a fighting game, go figure, the guy who likes fighting games comes up with fighting game mechanics, would give you a different effect. The first idea that I had was actually not how the like Jester dash like freezes you in midair, but sort of a similar like you can redirect all your momentum in a different direction than you started type of thing.
Wow, look at all this that platforming. Looks nice. Honestly,
Can you normally
no,
jump up walls multiple
No.
times like this?
Nope. I'm also
I hope you
skipping all
don't.
the. Hopefully, I don't.
Please don't
suffocate.
die.
Okay, we're good.
But what was I gonna say? Fucking it was either a just frame that would do that, where you can kind of like completely change the direction that you go, and I was like, okay, that could kind of like what would you call it? It could kind of like supplement for a drift. So you're going in a specific direction and you want to make like a massive 90-degree turn. It could be used for that. The other thing was just that you keep your momentum instead of losing it. But it was just one of those things where I was like, I feel like adding in some form of actual like element to it, like timing or something like that, anything to make it more of a skill-based system, because currently in Sonic games, kind of in Frontiers, they do a little bit of interesting stuff with the homing attack. I know a lot of people really hate it, but I actually kind of liked it.
I like how
But
Sonic
it's-
was allowed to punch.
Well, in the cyberspace
exact same
stages,
Oh yeah.
the homing attack works very differently from how it used to. It has a massive amount of recovery frames.
Yeah, it's a more like deliberate kind of thing.
Yeah, so like you hit with it, but you lose all of your speed like a lot before you can do another homing attack. And there are ways to get around it. One of the ways is to ground pound. The other way is to do a boost. Those both kind of completely cancel out of it, but you only get one of those per jump. One of both of those per jump. And I like that.
My time wasn't that bad.
I like that they did that because it allowed for more complex decision making while doing homing attack chains. Because a lot of times, whenever you're doing a cyberspace stage, it's honestly better, barring.
By the way, this is a highway, so you know what that means.
Aviator highway. That's just one more lane, bro.
Just one more lane. Don't worry, we're gonna have a
One
lot
more
of
lane.
Z-axis.
That'll fix it.
The Z-axis lane.
All right, nice car. Okay, see you.
But barring the way that you can do crazy homing attack skips in Frontiers with the overdash thing, which they didn't patch out, but they added in a little thing. If you beat the stage like that with that move, it actually gives you a little asterisk next to your S rank.
Oh, that's nice,
So
actually.
they didn't take it out now, and they still what would be the word? They like acknowledge its existence. And oh my
shit.
god,
You're like so much faster than the car could go.
that was so
no, it's
unfortunate.
fine.
Like,
we're good.
what
We're
the
good.
what?
We're good.
Why didn't
We're
you
good.
die?
Huh? I mean, it's not a pit. I mean, look, look, it's grass. There's just a bunch of grass everywhere.
We touched it.
The funny thing, I touched grass. Yeah, just that level ends right there. Roll
This is
credits.
just in the episode. Never touch
yeah.
Spark again.
Never touched Spark. Even though I think we have made this exact joke already.
I mean, I think we have in
I
multiple.
have seen like people
playthroughs.
run this playthrough, so there's like those invisible cross, the X barriers. If you get too far out of bounds, you can just run up them, and they do have a finite ceiling. So you can just run up to the top, run out of them, and just explore all of that grassland. I can't do that too consistently, so I'm not going to.
Is
But,
is the ground? Does it have?
Yeah,
like, hit
surprisingly.
boxes?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You know what? I purposely took that slower for obvious reasons.
So we don't touch grass again.
Yes, so we don't touch grass. No, I did
whoa,
I did that once. It was
What just
horrible.
happened there?
I think
light dash.
the light dash. Yeah. Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Just to let you know, by the way, diamond medal is 310 on this stage.
And we got stuck on a wall for a very long period of time, and
Yeah, well,
oh my god!
We'll just take that. Eh.
But I did like that the Frontiers homing attack had some thought put into it. I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of modders modded it out like immediately, but I
Right.
feel like I feel like it made the game more interesting because you had to make decisions. Like when do I do my air dash because I only got one, and when do I do my stomp because I only got one. And there were ways to like do things interestingly. Like if you hold the stomp, you actually get a bounce that brings back your dash, so you can do some cool stuff with that. But of course, if you know the homing attack skip system, you just rocket off at light speed in whatever direction you happen to be homing attacking in, and it's
Right.
great. I did like that they slowed Sonic down in that game. He was way too fucking fast in the older fucking games. It's like I can't even tell
Diamond
what
medal.
I'm doing.
Okay, cool. And then Sparkle stops.
Drag.
I think this game actually does speed really well because you seem to be constantly making decisions, as well as the fact that the map is very varied.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of modern Sonic games with their level design ended up being kind of like it's not so much a racing game because the track is one solid line. It doesn't like there's no like racing game style skips, as well as the fact that they're kind of set up like they have lane systems, but not really at the same time. It felt more like a lot of modern Sonic games ended up being what felt like rhythm games, where it's just you press buttons in a sequence and try to do that as fast as possible, rather than oh, I'm gonna make decisions here. It's always like there's kind of just one answer for most of the
You can either go the
levels.
really slow lane route, or you can homing attack 10 enemies in a row for 5 seconds.
Yeah. I will say this is a problem with some adventure stages as well. I think Adventure 1 and 2 did that a lot better than the modern games.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing like 2D purists have never liked, where like 3D Sonic always struggled to do non-linearity, or not. I mean, I guess that, but you know, like options of paths, it would just you go the same path every time.
And there was never any like there's a lot of points of no return, and 2, there's a lot of like this path is just the better path with no thought put into it. I think Sonic. I know a lot of people like Sonic 2 the most out of the Sonic games, but honestly, when it comes to classic level design, Sonic 3 I think just has better level design overall. But I do get what people like, because Sonic 2 is incredibly fast compared to Sonic 1 and by a long shot. I still
and that was the goal ring.
Whoa, well then. I still think that Sonic 3's level design overall caters to people who are new to the game better, because in Sonic 2, if you attempt to go fast without knowing the level design, you just fucking die. I know a lot of friends that I've had who've had this issue where they'll try to get into 2D Sonic games, and that's like the sect of people who are like 2D Sonic never worked.
Right.
Where it's like they'll try to go really fast like they do in the modern games, and then when you do that, you just kind of die, which was baked into the game itself from a design standpoint. Not so much in 2, because 2 tries to make you go fast all the time. In 3, they realize that you just can't expect people to see shit going at 100 miles an hour. So instead of rocketing you around constantly. Oh, I thought he was smaller than he is. Oh!
Yeah.
Explodey shit. I like mech shit, and I like
I'm
explodey
glad he
shit.
gave us a moment to run up to pilot the mech. He was like there with this giant fucking anime Buster Sword, and he's like, nah.
Does she have a McDonald's drink?
Yeah, drink holder.
This is just Gurren Lagann. This is actually Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
You said that.
That bro even looks like Vile.
This is literally my first introduction to the game.
Oh my
because
fucking
Tommy
god.
was
This is
playing with
amazing.
Tommy.
Just like the fucking.
Yo, Armored
Yeah,
Core
yeah.
6 looks great.
Who the
Okay,
hell do you
it's-
think I am?
I'm like
the-
purposely trying to play away from my microphone because I don't know if you've noticed, I'm mashing the fuck out of these buttons.
Yes.
Hear it just a little.
I don't know if y'all ever played the Megazord fighting game, like the Power Rangers Megazord fighting game.
On the SNES?
I don't remember if it was on the SNES or what, but this game really reminds me of that.
Wait, was it?
Oh,
the
dude.
one? Or-
Huh?
There was only there was a Megazord fighting game, I think, on the SNES, and then there was a mode where you could fight with Megazords in 3D on the PS1, like Power Rangers game, I think. It's a Power Rangers Time Force or some shit,
I think it was that one actually.
which is not a good game, by the way. Never play that game. It's
No,
not good.
It's terrible.
Uh,
I mean, don't really play any Power Rangers game. They're not good.
hey, Battle for the Grid's actually pretty fucking dope.
That's the only one that's good because that's a fucking what's it called?
That's true-blooded
Marvel
fighting
vs.
game.
Capcom 3. That's
Well, it's Marvel vs. Capcom without any restraint.
yeah.
Have you
They were like-
have you played the old what is it? Gundam Fighters? The Gundam fighting game?
I have. That game is very strange. It's very strange to play.
Big Zane.
Big Zan. I played. I think it's on Fightcade. I've played it a few times online. That game is a fucking strange game to play.
Oh, incredibly! It plays so much different than you think it would.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Turning
random.
Gundam into a fighting game when Gundam was never really the fighting game type of mecha series.
It's like what is it? Digimon Rumble Arena 2. That game's
I've
great.
never.
What was
I've
the
never
point in
even-
y'all having mechs if you could just do that?
I know, right?
It's like, well, it was just he wanted to give you a chance. You know, like
There's
It's
a
like
straight up
Vegeta.
McDonald's logo on that fucking drink cup.
there is. It's like Vegeta when he's like, oh boy, oh no,
Ooh, see?
oh
Explode.
backstory.
Yeah, if you're lost on the lore, yeah, like.
Do
don't
I know
blame
you?
I don't blame you.
And his name's
Stabber.
Flint.
Oh, he's upset. You okay, big guy?
You need
You,
a hug?
your body might be different. You got massive tits now. Jester.
Oh shit. That's me.
Do you know why? Do you know why you're doing any of this?
Ooh. This is not your.
But
So we're not eliminating. He's not killing us. Got it. That makes things easy.
I'm left it, no choice.
Oh, fine. Okay, next time. Bro, you do know I'm just gonna foil whatever vague plans the Fark Force has, dog. So, rough breakup.
Damn.
I love how he's just like super blunt about it. He's like, yeah, you had about guys like evil now.
And you can tell Spark doesn't have like the goldest of protagonist hearts. He's like, okay,
Yeah, he doesn't.
I get it, bro. I'm just here for the money.
He's just like, I mean, we'll get it, right? Sure. No, let's continue on.
Yeah. Then, remember, Double recruited Flint. Double murdered a bunch of people. We killed Double in that one boss fight for some reason, and now, now we got the lore again. Local waste collector.
This is just the Mega Drive sound font.
Yep.
Based
Are
as
you-
fuck, though.
I don't. Are you allowed to use it?
Oh
like
my
this?
god, you
Sega
have Fire Emblem
Genesis,
Awakening
you fucking
feet.
heathen!
What did I say?
You said Mega Drive.
There's the same
Do
fucking
you hate?
thing.
Do you hate people for being European? Put it
Yes.
in the lore. Max hates Europeans.
I
Well,
do
you know
hate
what it is?
Europeans. I say
You
as
know-
I have plans to move to Germany.
You know what it is, Max? I don't have any Sega Genesis games. The only game that I have is Sonic 1 for the Mega Drive in a box.
I
That's
don't like that design.
You got the
Whatever
fucking
the, everything
European
there, I
copy,
just
and
don't.
it
like.
wasn't region locked. Based as fuck.
Was it not region locked?
I don't know. Hey, I'm assuming if you can play a game marked Mega Drive, which means
I
it's the
can't.
European
I couldn't
copy.
play it. I haven't opened it. It's like a treasure to me.
Oh. Oh,
Is this,
then I don't,
this is fucking. This
I don't
is
know if it's
float.
region locked.
Out
It's
of
a
the
video
marking
game.
beneath her eyes, that's a very specific birthmark.
Ah, yes, the C store.
Yes.
The Castor. It's got C's.
you mean the crime store? Because they're
crime.
doing crime.
I love committing crimes. I love being the victim of crimes. I just love crimes.
Right. Cry to help turned into noise, and then he just deleted that shit from his memory. And he knows that it was still like that's not from your memory. Why do you remember? Okay, whatever.
It was a Malicicious program.
Okay. Also, when did Float get the tits though? Like that's the question everyone's
I
asking.
am waiting for the character development. Also, she got shorter and tittier. Did she like transfer the
she got-
weight?
yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
She transitioned, clearly.
Oh, yeah,
She
and then-
transitioned from tall to short.
Yes.
So it turns out that corrupt thing was a
That's what estrogen does to you.
Yeah, it's called transposition.
God.
Transpose.
Transportation.
There we go.
The transitive property.
All right, Freon was the villain of
Math in
2.
this bitch.
And something Robot Utopia, and we probably blow it up at the end.
I wonder if Float was designed that way purely just because that's how Jester was designed, and they wanted to make it to where they could cohesively change from one to the other without being too jarring.
Most likely.
Nah, I think what it is
Okay,
they just
Joe.
really wanted to have a character that they could have sex with.
Sure.
And Flint would lose his only friend.
One of these days I'll
And
find out what sex
with
is.
that, we will see you in the next episode of The Best
Let's
Dudes
go!
Playing the Spark.
I just realized that we were just reading the story.
That was the story. And then we learn about fall damage. You know, have a good one.